Hello friends, this is Karen Kane, spiritual practitioner. I am also over 5.5 years sober. Don't pick up that drink. You can't get drunk if you don't pick up that drink. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. And a lot of people work all week, and Friday, it's time to kick back. I worked with someone tonight and they said, oh, I got to get to the liquor store before 10 o'clock. I drink Hennessy. And I'm like, oh, god damn. Whoa, okay. So I don't know if I would actually talk like that. I would just probably secretly always be making sure I had plenty of alcohol. And yes, I would always know when the stores closed and when I needed to get my fix or to replenish or have my stash, whatever it was. I always had intentions to buy things on Friday nights that would last me the weekend. And guess what? It would last me Friday night. And then all weekend long, I would be going back to the liquor store. So you don't get drunk if you don't pick up. You don't get drunk if you don't pick up. How do you do that? Well, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes the desire to actually face your own bullshit. Yes, to face your own bullshit. I used to play the blame game. Anybody out there playing the blame game? That it is because my job is so hard, it's so stressful, because I'm this or that or this or, oh, I'm celebrating. So it was either like the bad things were causing me to drink or the good things were causing me to drink. But either way, I always had a great reason to pick up a drink. Always. And guess what? I couldn't just have one. And sometimes I would go and say, oh, I'm limiting. So I'm not sober, but I'm only drinking this amount. And then eventually it would just snowball into, straight up just the way it was. Addiction, straight up addiction. So here's the deal is, yes, I would love to have a drink tonight. And to all my friends in recovery, don't worry, this video is not about me wanting a drink. It is just really reality, right? Like sometimes you just wish that, yeah, right? You had a stressful day, or like me, I worked 12 hours today and I'm freaking exhausted. It's Friday night, and what would I love? Oh, sure. It would be nice to be able to go back and have that glass of wine, or have one margarita, but it's just not, I can't, I can't risk that. I can risk it. And so it wasn't this is not my first time rodeo. So this is like my third time of being sober for good periods of time. However, I never did any work on the first time and the second time. And my reasons weren't right. Like I really had to hit the bottom. So rock bottom never tasted so good, because I had to hit rock bottom so that I could, there's only one way up, right? When you're hit the bottom, there's only one way to go. There's only one way to go, and that's up. Thank God, So this Friday night, here's what I decided when I got home. I really, instead of bitching about everything that I could have bitched about today, I decided to shift into gratitude. And so I started just reading off, or actually texting a friend of mine, like everything I was grateful for. At first I was complaining how tired I was, and then I was like, oh, but, and I shifted into gratitude. So shifting into gratitude. So what are you grateful for? And then think about here, okay? So I am grateful for, I didn't have to pick up a drink today. I don't have to pick up a drink today, and it's 11 p.m. I remembered everything that I did today and tonight, and I will remember when I wake up tomorrow morning, and I won't be worried about anything that I might have done, forgotten, said, and also maybe hear, back from somebody. It used to be like that, I mean, I never heard back about too many things about me, but I know this happens to people. This happens to people. This is a real life situation. Okay, so I am setting an example for my teenage son. So I used to set a bad example, but thank God that I shifted out of the complete addiction just in time, right before he became, a teenager. And so now I can really have those conversations with him about drinking, about drugs, about all the things that I know that I did that I never had anybody really talking to me about, sex, like all these things, unspoken, unspoken. So how do you know if you don't know and you don't have, somebody guiding you or sort of, talking to you and having discussions? How do you know? So what do? You kind of just blend in and go with the flow, and maybe, it's peer pressure or whatever it is. Okay, so gratitude. Okay, so remember, and then money. Saving so much money. Can I just tell you that some of my heyday years, many of my years were spent in New York City, drinking, partying, and let me tell you, talk about, I mean, if I could have if all those dollars back that I spent on like drugs and alcohol, I would be really wealthy today. And so saving money. So I'm grateful for that. So there's so many things. And so I could take the money that I would have spent on, on drinking mostly. I could buy something nice for myself. I could get my hair cut. I could go somewhere. I could have a nice dinner. So all these things that I can be grateful for. I can be grateful for. And, I don't have to blame anybody or anything for my situation, because I am fully take ownership of my life, and everything that's happening in my life, I'm creating it, and I'm consciously creating it, and I no longer have that desire to check out. I just wanted to check out and not feel anything, and just kind of like, not really be in reality. I wanted to be somewhere else because I couldn't face me. I couldn't face myself. I couldn't face my emotions. I couldn't face life. But eventually I've healed. I'm still healing. I'm doing the work, and I'm a work in progress, just like we all are. But I do know that I'm striving to be the best person I can be every single day. I do not want to drink. I do not want to ever have to live that life. And I know that I don't have to live that life. And so you don't have to live that life either. Trust me, there is help. And you have everything that you need inside of you. And eventually, as you heal and work on yourself and your inner healing, eventually you won't even, it won't even be a thing. It won't even be a thing. I go out, I do everything that a normal person does, whatever a normal person is, meaning like somebody who can like have a drink or two and be social. I go to bars, I go to concerts. It's fine. Totally fine. It was really interesting. I'll just share this. About a week ago, I went out to dinner. It was an Italian restaurant. And at the end, the waiter brought 2 shots of some kind of, I don't know what it was. But I was like, oh, I can't have that. And he was like, what? He's like, oh, there's barely any alcohol on it. I'm like, no, I can't have that. So it's interesting how the world, it makes it so acceptable, and makes kind of you look like you have like 2 heads when you don't drink, or but fuck that. You don't have to drink, and you can stand in your truth, and it's fine. Like, honestly, I've never been happier. I love my life today. I love helping others, and hopefully this message helped you. If you are struggling, I'm here. You can always reach out to me. My website is KarenKane.com, so you can always sign up for our mailing list and get notifications of any type of courses, or email me. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn and Facebook. All right. If you need anything, let me know. Peace, love, and namaste. Bye.